Once I started volunteering my time with the Latino Youth Leadership Conference, Dr. Maria Chaires was very involved and had been involved in creating the Latino Youth Leadership Conference, along with some other members of the school district. And I was very impressed with how much they had done. The one component that I felt was missing was the youth voice at the decision-making level. So I made a recommendation to the Latin Chamber Board of Directors to have that young voice on their board. And as during my time serving with the Latin Chamber of Commerce, we were able to change the bylaws to include the Latino Youth Leadership Alumni young student board member on the board. So I'm very grateful to see that happened, because I saw it as an opportunity for young students to see what happens at a board level and to learn leadership skill. And so every year now they have a new student on their board. So I think that was successful. One of the main things that we felt was very important was for them to have ethical leadership. And not only ethical leadership, but how can they give back to community? How can they get involved? And by getting involved, they are learning. Not only learning, they are opening doors for possible future jobs. And it could even assist them for scholarships or more growth as they are making a decision as to what type of career it is that they want. And so many students really not only learned those leadership skills and became involved in community, they also started to build very strong friendships. And one of the things that I felt was a true need at the university level was to have a connection with the students on the outside. We didn't want the students to start college and then drop out because they just didn't feel as if they did not belong. By building those friendships and building those connections, they'd go to the university, they'd see a friendly face, a familiar face, and then they'd stay. One of the components to the Latino Youth Leadership Conference was to have parents feel very comfortable leaving their children at the university for 2 or 3 or 4 days at the conference. So we would provide information to the parents with the assistance of previous year's students. The previous year's students would come in and share their stories with these parents so that the parents could see that, wow, my child is probably going to start thinking like this young lady who now has changed her mind and is dedicated to finishing high school so she can go to college. And once we had the parents' buy-in, it was much easier for the student to go through the program. And it was also easier for the parent to see that their children were in good hands, because all of the adult facilitators were there, and of course we wouldn't sleep at night because we had to be vigilant. But it was an incredibly rewarding experience to go through the Latino Youth Leadership Conference.